Welcome to Mimi's Talking Creations. Tonight we're going to have a little bit of fun and just kind of play around with the dog and cat stencils and just see what we can come up with. I didn't really have anything planned for tonight, but I didn't get on last night, so I wanted to make sure and get on tonight. Hang on a sec. I need to put on my sweater. It is cold in Maine tonight. And although we have a fire going, and the heat usually rises right upstairs here, it doesn't seem to feel that way tonight. But the window also faces a pond, and the wind is coming off the pond. So the big picture window is probably not helping at this point. Okay, now hopefully will be warmer. Okay, like I said, we're going to do the dog and cat tonight. So we're going to start out with these boards that my grandchildren made for me with watercolors. So this is kind of, I don't know if you can see it all that well. It's kind of a pink and purple kind of, and this is a little bit more colorful. But we're going to do the cat one first. Now these are new stencils. Let me move my card over here so I can get my supplies. So we are going to want to fuzz these. And for those of you that are new, when they come brand new, they are extremely tacky. I mean, tacky. So when you're putting them on canvas surface, glass, chalkboards, really anything other than material or wood, you do what we call fuzzing. And what that is you take a regular kitchen towel, your jeans, your shirt, whatever you want, and you lay the stencil on and press it down. And then pull it up and do it again. I do it 3 times when I'm putting it on like a canvas like this. If I'm doing it on glass or a non-porous surface, I do it at least 5 times. So let's see. So, I mean, it's totally up to you how much you want to do it, but if you put it on a surface when you haven't dirtied it up a bit, remove some of the tackiness, it will pull and you will stretch your transfer when you take it off. And it'll roll up and it'll be hard to ever get it to lay completely straight again. Especially a transfer like this one that has so much screened area. And I have, I don't know, dog hair or something on it. There. So you want to make sure to get this laid down flat. And the way I make sure that it's flat is I prefer to use my hand because I can feel any bubbles that might be in there. Whereas if I use, some people use a squeegee, I wouldn't be able to feel the bubbles. So I prefer my hand. And you see that pink area in the middle? That's the screening. And that's what you're going to fill in with your color. So I think I'm going to have a black kitty. I hope you guys weren't looking for me last night. I didn't make it on with the snowstorm and everything. once the founders meeting was over, it was over early enough that I could have hopped on. But when my husband came home from work, he went directly out to plow, and he came back in about 9:15, and we hadn't had dinner yet, and I hadn't had spent any time with him. So I decided to have dinner with him instead of just telling him to fix himself something. And then we spent a little while together before we went to bed. So that's why I wasn't on last night. But that's the nice thing about doing this for a job, is I get to make those decisions. I get to take time with my family when I feel like I need to or want to. My husband and I always have dinner together. If he's not at his job, and that's an important thing in our relationship. So I opted to have dinner with him. And I'm sorry if you tuned in and I wasn't here. But I was thinking of you guys. Hubby is a priority. Okay, so now we're going to pull that off there and see what our cat looks like. You know, I have fingernails. You think they would work on this. But okay, now when you're taking it off, you start in the corner like this, but work your way to the middle and pull straight up. Oh, look. So I'm just dumping that in my water bath. You don't want your chalk to dry onto your screen printing into your screen, because if you do, it'll be really, really hard to get out. So I'm going to hit this with a dryer to make sure it's good and dry so I don't mess it up when I do the next step. Sorry, it's a little noisy. Yeah, I just wanted to. Okay, so let's crazy cat mom, crazy cat lady. What are we thinking here? Let's go with crazy. Crazy. Let's see if we can turn it this way. Crazy cat. Let's see if we got that anywhere near even. I'm going to move it up just a tad. So those of you that are new to following me, welcome, welcome. When you pop on, say hi so I can welcome you individually. But I also wanted to go over my program. I do 3 different kinds of workshops. I do a children's class where they will make a magnet. I do a intro to chalking class where you will chalk a 1 or 2 color project, but you will learn how to care for your paste and your stencils, and learn how to do basic techniques. And then I do a more advanced class where you'll learn to ombre and you'll learn to hot mess and blend colors and now I can do my workshops in your home with your friends. We can do them at a restaurant or something like that if that suits you better. I also do one-on-one classes if you don't want to get your friends together, but you want to do some chalking anyhow. You can either come to my studio, which I will be opening, I'm hoping by the beginning of February to open it again on Wednesday nights and on the occasional Saturday when I don't have a show. But you can come to my studio or I can come to you. Let's take these off. Those are cute. Fix my thing here. Now I'm going to hit that with a dryer again to make sure that it's dry. Whoops. Let's cover up our paste first. Excuse the noise, guys. So should we do Crazy Cat Mom, Crazy Cat Lady? I'm thinking lady, but let's see how that's going to look. Also, guys, if you live local to me, I am doing a open make and take February 1st at Costa's in Brewer. So if that's something, if you would like to come out and try chalking, just pop your name below and I'll reserve you a spot. We're going to try pay at the door. It's 12 to 3. Class starts at 1. Come early to have some lunch, some great conversation, and be entered into a door prize. But yeah, it'll be a whole lot of fun. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure to pop your name down so I can reserve your spot for you. Now you want your paste to be about the consistency of cake batter. I like mine so that when I pull up my, let me move this so I don't slosh anything on it. When I pull up my stir stick, that it runs off in it. See, like that. That's the consistency I like. I mean, everybody has their own what they like, and that's perfectly fine. I find the wetter it is, I mean, not too wet, but the wetter it is, the smoother it goes on. And it makes your paste go further. Paste goes pretty far anyways, but that even extends the life of it. So let's do this lady part. Here we have that. That came out really cute. Let's see. Now I'm going to put, I think I'm going to use the heart from the dog one. Put a little white heart right on this kitty. Just mixing this up. Okay, we're just going to put it right here, right in the middle of the kitty. Now I need to wash that right out because we might use it with the dog. And if it dries in the meantime, then we wouldn't be able to use it with the dog. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else we want to do? How about, I don't know, I kind of like that. What do you guys think? Say hi. I see a thumbs up, but I don't see anybody saying hi. There's our crazy cat lady. That was cute and different. Now let's go for the dog. And this one, I think I want it to be like a chocolate lab color. Just stirring up my paste. I found the best stirrers are the orange peelers from Tupperware. I used to be a Tupperware lady, and I came across some of my old Hostess gifts, and these are in there. I tried them and they work great. Okay, so now we're just going to do our doggy. We're going to do them in chocolate brown. So I think I'm going to ask you guys, or put a poll out there. There is a guy that I watch that his lives are an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, depending on the project. And I find it fascinating, but it's long. I'm wondering, but he does everything. You know, he starts with his board. If it's going to be painted, he paints it on the live. From start to finish, it's all filmed live. Where I have been pre-prepping my board, pre-prepping there, my boards and stuff to make for a shorter demo. And a lot of times I don't do the decor at the end either. I just do the chalk stuff online because the rest, the decorating at the end or whatever is one done in my craft room downstairs where my glue gun and all that stuff is. But also I try to keep my lives short, like a half an hour, 45 minutes. I have done a couple hour ones. Would you guys rather see me start from scratch and paint and dry it and do the whole 9 yards? Or are you happy with me just coming on and doing the chalking or inking part of it? I'm just curious what you think. And we could do even some in 2 parts. I could do the painting and the inking or whatever up here. And then on Sunday, embellish it down in my craft room. I mean, so that's a possibility too. Let me know what you think. Hang on, guys. I just gotta dry this. This normally dries in 3 or 5 minutes anyways. But I didn't want you to have to like sit there and wait for it to dry. Literally sit here and watch paint dry. So I do it with the hair dryer when I'm on a live. When I'm not on a live, I tend to just let it dry naturally. Okay, that says for mama, or dog mama, I mean. And I think I am going to take this and just put a fur bone. Oh, I'm gonna have to do the dog part first. And let's see, what color do we want to do that with? Let's pull out the purple in that and do this wine color. This one I have not used in ages, so it probably needs, oh no, it's not too bad. Geez, it's probably been months since I used this. I am going to add a little bit of water because it is a little bit dry, but chalk dries. I mean, that's one of the properties of chalk, that it's drying. But it's not a problem. You just squirt a few squirts of water in there. And you bring it right up to the consistency you need it. And let me grab another squeegee. So anyways, as I was saying, let me know what you guys think, because I do these lives for you guys and to share my love of this company and these products and to just have fun with you guys. So if you'd like me to do longer programs and start to finish projects, I don't have a problem with that. I can do that. They'd have to start a little bit earlier in the evening maybe, because I don't want to do an hour and a half project starting at 9, 10 o'clock at night. So now we're just going to pull these off. I've been doing a little bit more thinking about the kids program I'm going to institute. I think I'm going to do it on YouTube, so it's easier for kids to tune in. So I'm really excited about that. I haven't got all the details done yet, but I do a craft Sunday for in my VIP group, and I thought it might be fun to institute one not institute, whatever, maybe it's institute. Anyways, I thought it would be fun to do one with kids, so I think I'm going to do it either Saturday or Sunday mornings, so it doesn't tie up any parents' day or my day, but we can get together and craft a project together. I think that would be a lot of fun. Now I think I want to put a dog bone on this one. I don't know how well it would show up if I did it in almond, like the color of a bone. So I'm thinking I'm going to do it in kind of a, that color might show up. We'll see. This is another color I have not used. I have certain colors I kind of go to all the time, and I really need to switch them up so that all my paste keeps having attention to it. Another thing you can do, especially if you know the color you don't use that often, or when you put it away, spritz the top of it. Just a little bit of spritz over the top of it helps keep the moisture in. Now, if when you are adding water, if you by mistake add too much, don't panic. Just leave it sit with the cover off for an hour or so, or until it gets to the consistency you want it to be. So my new stencils will be here on supposed to be Tuesday according to tracking. So hopefully Tuesday night I'll have new stencils to show you guys. That's exciting. And I ordered some more today. So I'm really excited to share them all with you. I probably won't be on Monday night because that's the creators meeting. I think I'm just going to stop popping on whenever I can. So it seems like when I tell you guys I'm not going to be here, I come. When I tell you I'm going to, I can't for whatever reason. I'm thinking maybe I ought to just start surprising you all. There. And then we have our dog. The bone didn't show up too much. You can see it if you look close. But I think it came out cute. Okay, guys. If you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up or heart. And please share it with your friends and family to help me build my following. That was a mouthful. Below in the comments will be all my contact information. If you would like to have a workshop, hashtag workshop, and I'll contact you. If you would be interested in coming to the studio, hashtag studio. And if you want to reserve a spot at Costa's on February 1st, hashtag Costa's. And I'll get in touch with you and make sure that you have a seat reserved. Those of you that are not in my crafting group, the link will be below in comments, but I am running a special over there right now for sample kits. I'm going to be instituting some other kits soon, but that's the place that all the prices are, the prices of my workshops and everything. So if you're not a member of Mimi's Craft Basket, you need to be so you don't miss any of the fun. Okay, guys. Good night, and we'll see you when we see you. Have an awesome weekend, and we'll see you again soon. Good night.